But I guess that goes without saying. Sit. Just charging up my Mega Flayers. The map of the place. Guessing they won't let us go this way.
How do we get through that?
Kind of looks like you might be able to climb over it. Might be
This
able to
gate
use
here is
some
open.
of your fire abilities to melt the iron. Stopped a meteor from falling from the sky. Probably bend some bars. Get the timing right on this ever.
Too slow. It's over.
You know, I don't have to charge up my Mega Flare and all that other stuff. Can't charge it outside of combat. I was like, I wonder if I could do the same thing with the other, that, as I could with the other one. But no. Any whelps?
Enough.
Gotta be something on the other side. I thought I saw a treasure chest somewhere. Oh. Been in front of my face the entire time.
Not what I was expecting.
Ooh, it's one of those cannon guys.
Too slow.
Get him, Torgal. Can we claim the Einherjar to flee? They mentioned that it fell to the bottom of the ocean, which I didn't see that happen, but that's what they
Once
claim.
we step onto that bridge, we'll be easy targets.
Then we better move quickly.
You could swim. I know the waters look pretty crazy, but you know. Or you could fly us over there.
Nice try.
I know my thinking is
Stay down.
a little too revolutionary for you, Joshua. Leviathan time.
More of Ultimus tools. Come on then. What are you waiting for? Nice try.
They said, or I think I read somewhere that I want to believe that Boy Slice, but they say he's lost. He's lost.
It's
The
over.
Medicine Girl's Leviathan, that would be quite the plot twist. I mean, we definitely know that the Medicine Girl is something. If she turns out to be nothing, it's just pointless. She's got to be something.
Through the castle then.
I don't see any other way.
that way. I'm gonna go over here. Lovely Bibliophile said that I was going to end this game with so much money. And, I have 408,000 money. And the reason for that is because I haven't felt like anything's been given to me that's worth spending it on. Other than like a few upgrades here and there.
Torgal, kill! Now, Torgal!
But seeing me get 100 money from a treasure chest, it's like, what are you doing, man? 100 money? Gonna pop up a lich. Ooh, wonderful.
Eltima's corruption knows no bounds. We cannot allow it to spread any further.
Then we won't. Nice try.
Farewell.
I wasn't ready for that. That last one.
Torgal, kill!
Get up, get up.
Now, Torgal! To me, boy!
You just can't deal with this Giga Flare combo. She's plotted for Terrence to leave. Or Dion too, man. Felt like we were just starting to get into what his character was all about. And then he just kind of went unconscious for a while. There's actual money amounts.
It's over!
Fine display, brother.
I'll have to say that if they do end the game right up here,
There are so many.
Focus, Joshua. We're not done yet.
But I guess this is the most fitting place to have.
And another farewell.
For whatever reason, I'm just expecting, you know, alternate dimension type deal.
Very well.
I was looking for
Nice try.
Well, Clive will actually lose all his powers, and you'll have to regain everything in half as much time as already played. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that would be the most... Oh my goodness. The reason that stings so much is because I play games that do that. Oh, they're like, hey, we're taking away your abilities. You'll have to get them back. Like, what is wrong with you? Oh my gosh.
Let's hope this works.
That would ruin this game. Just go around the world, collect your powers again. No problem. Oh no, not no.
Clive,
Of course there's more. There's always fucking more.
Alright, I'm gonna focus on this one, Joshua.
Torgal, kill! All yours, Torgal! Too slow.
They're bringing me guys to me. Now I'm fighting two of them. And I just used my Giga Flare when I did not want to. Man, I know this guy got absolutely obliterated by that Giga Flare.
Save some for yourself. Muhammad! Arise! All yours, Torgal! Now be light!
Clive, you mustn't summon Ifrit. Not yet.
So I should let the burden fall to you?
Yes, you should. Save your strength for the Mother Crystal. What monsters have eaten to grow so big?
You don't want to know.
You got a bunch of suckers as well.
Nice try.
I'm into that.
To me! A fine hound. Well done, Torgal. Nice try. Too slow.
I'm just gonna try it. I'll try canceling it a different way.
Fire and flame! You're a fine hound.
This didn't work out. Can't believe you've already been playing this for 15 days. Feels like it's been kind of long, but also not that long. It's, I've sort of felt like it's taken a while, but it's also felt like it's not taken a while. I guess I've kind of felt that way too. I think it's the side quests. You know, if I wasn't doing all the side quests, probably would have beat this game like 4 days ago, 5 days ago. You turned on CC because you can't hear me over the fighting noises, and it said F off when I mumbled. You know, it's AI. It doesn't get everything. But the closed captioning, it's pretty solid. I'm gonna continue to mumble though. But this ain't no mumble rap.
There's no end to them. The whole bloody army's here.
I would recommend using the closed
Stand back,
captioning.
Joshua.
You got it on.
I'm summoning Ifrit.
Stop, Clive. You mustn't. We still have a long way to go. If you tap your strength here, you'll have none left to destroy the heart.
Then you'd rather die?
How did you know we were here?
Jill!
She's not alone.
surprised to see us.
How did you?
Gav. He told us exactly where you'd be. Even sniffed out a crack in the castle wall. And when we saw the heavens come crashing down, we had no choice but to believe him. It's been quite a day.
To what do we owe this honor?
A debt I would see repaid.
Prince Dion. It's good to see you well.
So, this must be Ifrit. Your uncle bade me give you a message. Listen to your heart. It will guide your steel true. Your father would expect no less. That is all.
Thank you.
For everything, Your Highness.
Dion, please.
You do realize the only thing we've freed so far is this wall from its foundations, right? Now, if your lord and ladyship's quite finished...
Well said, Gav. We have work to do.
Alright. You expect me to believe that Gav, from here, with a pregnant woman, walked all the way back over here, and then they got the boat, and they went all the way around over here to over here somewhere in the same amount of time that it took me to get from here to the castle? I don't think so. I don't think so. Not in 12 lifetimes, sucker. Homie, don't play that. It's just not happening. Save. I don't need to mark.
But don't suppose there's out I can say to make you change your mind. So I'll just tell you to stay safe. Nan won't take kindly to losing her best customer, especially after letting us carry all this stuff all the way to Ash.
And we wouldn't want to anger old Nan.
You mean, you'll buy some off us? Whatever yous need, leave it to me.
Now I can make that, but I still don't have the Orichalcum. And I'm still missing a dark steel, so it doesn't really matter. There's only 11 defense increase though, so I think I'm gonna hold off on this.
Anything else I can make for you?
Defender. There's only 5 less.
Thank you.
I'm gonna buy that. There's 1 defense for 1 HP.
Right on, here you go.
Take that.
Is there else you need? You've got everything you need then? Whatever yous need, leave it to me.
We not reinforce the defender? Yes, not. Disappointing.
Is all done then, or...?
Whatever happened to that epic sword Blackthorn and his friend were forging? That's what I have equipped right now.
I couldn't have made it this far without you, Torgal.
You know, the fact that Torgal hasn't died this entire time is pretty crazy. I am trying to... There's an upgraded version of this sword, but I don't have the materials for it yet. Which makes me wonder when I'm going to get access to those materials.
Each parting brings the hope of reunion. I missed you, Clive.
I missed you too.
If Sid were here today, I reckon he'd be proud of you, Clive.
He'd be proud of us all.
There is still much I would learn of your tale, once this day is done. Until then, all who might come between me and such knowledge shall answer to my spear.
I do not envy them.
Anybody else? Alrighty. I'm hoping that this game will be like, this is the point of no return. Are you sure you want to move forward?
You see, Clive, we're not alone. If we are to win the day, we must all play our part. And ours. Ours lies beyond those doors.
We fought long and hard for this moment. Sid's dream, our dream, is within our grasp.
We need only endure this final trial, and we shall. Together.
You all know what it is that awaits us beyond this gate. And we shall face it together.
Aye.
It seems our hosts would rather we remain. I will stay them.
We will stay them. Go!
Just don't keep us waiting.
Thank you.
Welcome, Sons of Fire.
No! No! Come back.
To arms!
You'd have been much safer on the other side of those doors.
Joshua! Joshua! Wake up!
Clive, is that you? This isn't stone here.
Welcome to our darkness. A rift between worlds wherein your kind might reflect.
Show yourself!
Grave and many are the sins of man. And we would have you know them. All of them. As fate has seen fit to deliver you home, consider this our welcoming gift.
It would seem we are trapped.
And the only way out is through Ultima. We find him, and we leave.
Well, remember when I said that I was expecting some interdimensional final dungeon kind of deal going? Well, seems like we're here. Can't call the Chocobo, though. You have your own little fire orb? No.
If you are to comprehend the full extent of your transgressions, we must go back to the beginning. When the world was still young, we visited upon it a miracle, magic, and in its light did all life flourish. Yet the price for this boon would prove heavy. A pall descended upon the land, painting the horizon black as night. Though we labored to forestall its spread, in this one endeavor we stood powerless. And so we fled, that we might endure, that we might discover a means of salvation.
But if it was magic that caused the blight, what of the mother crystals?
I expect he'll tell us soon enough.
Can't pet the dog. Really wish I could move faster. I've been wanting a sprint button for this game for a very long time.
Salvation, alas, was not readily to be had. First, we would require a land unvisited by the stain of corruption. An unprecedented journey lay before us, one beyond the limits of our fleshly bodies. And so we cast them off. Thus, stripped to our very spirit, did we find our new paradise. A land as pure as driven snow. Valisthea. There, would the true work begin. For the black crept yet behind us. And soon did we arrive at a solution. The illness having spread to every organ, there was but one escape from this fate, to start afresh.
With a new world. The one for which Barnabas labored. A paradise free from the blight where his God awaits. And where, if we only forfeit our wills and abandon everything we hold dear, humanity can join him. So, Ultima would have us follow in the footsteps of the king.
And follow we shall. For now.
You're confused already? I'm withholding judgment until I learn a little bit more.
To forge a new world would require not only power, but a constitution strong enough to wield it. Acquiring the first would be simple. Untouched by the blight, Valisthea was replete with ether, and we had only to place jewels in her crown to claim it. Acquiring the second, however, demanded creativity. And so I cast forth the seeds of humanity.
You created us.
Is that not what gods do? We sowed the seeds for you, Muthos, all that you might one day blossom. And our future thus secured, we thought to slumber, though that would prove a grave mistake. For it was as we slept that man committed his greatest sin. He awoke. Alone in a world bereft of his god's radiance, he stumbled blindly, desperate for guidance. Finding no light, he sought to kindle his own, and from that single errant impulse was his will born. Having discovered himself at last, man turned his eyes inward and found he desired evermore that which only magic might afford. So wars were waged and brothers slain for custody over that dwindling resource, and the land, she wept tears of black.
He would condemn us for this. Surely he cannot be so blind to his own hypocrisy.
Not blind, just unwilling to admit the truth. But we're one and the same.
Characters seem to understand what he's talking about. Well, they live in the world. We're just visiting for 50, 60 hours or so. sure we'll get a, you know, a recap, one of those like, Ultima was trying to do this the entire time.
Is that
Ifrit, or what's left of him?
Long have our ashes lain cold for want of a spark. Cast your eyes upon them and see what you must become. Valisthea cannot endure a second claim upon her being. The avarice of man drives her ever closer to destruction. But she may yet be saved by you. It is what you were born to do, why we nursed you and fed you, as your own mother should have. And now that you are fully grown, our Muthos, it is time at last for you to serve your purpose.
to right your wrongs? If our sin is wanting to survive, then you are as marked by it as we are. The fault is yours. Our wills were born because you abandoned us. And now, you would have us forfeit them. All for a place in your new paradise.
Do you imagine yourselves worthy of one? Mankind has no place in our world. Is this truly so difficult to comprehend? We only ever require you, Muthos, when the time comes to bid this wretched realm farewell. None shall follow, none shall remain.
What do you mean, none?
This is our world. Once the land's rebirth is complete, humanity will have served its purpose. Why would we continue to suffer that which has caused us so much vexation?
Because the land doesn't belong to you. It belongs to us all! What?
That is where you are mistaken. You own nothing but your precious will.
Brother.
I can't do this alone.
And you don't have to.
I grow weary of your dissent. Now you must learn that this master will not tolerate disobedience.
My friends, my family. We have all suffered, all fought to survive. This world may be flawed. It may be broken. But it's all we have. And if we can't share it, I see only one other choice. You have to go.
You may have created us, Ultima. But it's time we lived on our own terms. This isn't your world anymore. It's ours.
Bow down, offenders, hearts be stained.
Too slow.
I got it that time.
Torgal, kill!
Repent.
Oh my god. What do I do against that?
Nice try. No!
Alrighty. Get popped.
Repent.
Nice try.
Now what the suckle am I supposed to do against that? This guy's got a lot of HP.
Nice try.
Oh yeah. My flare. Alright, so stay away from the Gravaga. I really don't know what I'm supposed to do against that.
All yours, Torgal. Torgal, kill! Nice try. For you, brother. Just like old times.
Destroyed.
Too slow. Nice try. Come on.
There's that suckle food Gravaga. Alright, let's do horrible decision.
Well done, Torgal. To me, boy.
That's an idea, I guess.
Too slow. What? Thank you, brother. What? That's better.
My strength is yours.
Nice try.
Yeah, that was a I wasn't ready for the stagger at all.
Now, Torgal! All yours, Torgal. Thanks, boy.
Such foul attaint may not be sublimed through game standing. Only with heads hung low is penance paid. O wretched mortals incapable even of contrition, in fitting season shall we reap our harvest.
I can't go on.
Alright, and I'm dead. That was 2,000 damage. Start at phase 2.
Know your insignificance. Repent.
Nice try.
Shooting more than one. And goof.
Help me, boy.
Maybe I just can't dodge that with this chicken.
Well done. Too slow. Now, Torgal!
Oh, yep, that's...
Nice try. Garuda!
Ooh, sucker.
We will unmask you.
Nice try.
I'm way too early on it every single time.
All yours, Torgal.
Oh, crap. Alright, this is gonna work out pretty nicely if I can get this Mega Flare.
Too slow. Nice try.
You did it.
Now, Torgal! Torgal, kill! Now, Torgal!
Gifted this chance, and still you would raise your hand against the Lord.
What now? The darkness bends. He means to end us.
It wouldn't be the first time. But let's make it his last.
Your fate is inexorable. Surrender the vessel unto the darkness. Surrender it unto us. Kneel before us. Surrender.
Nice try.
Prostrate yourselves.
How did I not dodge a single one of those? But I dodged them.
Just like old times.
My strength is yours.
That was a mistake.
Awaken winds! Ogle, kill!
I guess I can't die.
Last.
Dancing Steel. Alright, this is going to be a jerk move, but I'm going to mark for the YouTube right now, just in case there's not an opportunity to mark in the next, like, 2 minutes, which, of course, there won't be. Sorry, YouTube.
At last, for countless generations have we awaited this moment. Your struggles have made you strong, yet your soul remains heavy with sin. Absolution is nigh. Repent, and all shall be forgiven.
I also want to know who the Fallen are, Manadryad. I don't think we've gotten a straight answer on that.
Tell me, Clive, how many lives have you saved since taking my name?
Fewer than we have ruined. Wherever we go, we leave a sea of tears in our wake.
These are the wages of your will, son.
What good are our choices when all they ever bring, all they will ever bring, is death?
There's no atoning, Clive. no matter how hard you try.
So why not leave it all behind?
Leave it all behind.
Clive!
Please, won't somebody save me? Won't anybody love me?
I yearn, yet still she is not mine. Have I not given enough?
From will is born desire, and it is this which consumes you, rendering you incomplete.
Do you not see how the world bends and warps under the weight of your hungering hearts? What if it could all just go away? Just go away.
In Kylor, we had our Ifrit powers taken away from us.
Clive!
But we still have all the other ones. Although I don't know how we can go turbo mode without our Ifrit powers, but you know, that's a discussion for another day. Why can't he just take the other ones? I have no idea.
None of this is real. Wake up. It's time to go home, Clive.
Clive.
That's right. You're my brother.
Brother.
Come. Remember who you are.
Clive.
Once more, lest you forget.
My name is Clive. Clive Rossfield. Look, Ultima.
Even here, the light of the vessel's will cannot be quenched. And the Phoenix, his trespass should not have been possible. Not possible unless he has been with Muthos all along. The mark of the Phoenix, emblazoned upon his heart, made manifest by the power of will alone. The power of creation. Can it be? Are their wills truly so potent?
Are you still talking?
already go over that this is what Ultima wanted?
Our flames burn as one!
And that you shouldn't be doing this?
This is no mere evolution, it is deviation. And herefrom does Logos rise.
Getting the impression that I'm not going to beat this game in the next hour.
Damn it, Clive. Wake up.
That hurt.
Sorry to wake you, but I think it may be time to leave. This place.
And once again does my creation stray from the path laid before it. Steeped in conceit, you fancy yourself a god. You embrace Logos. But we will put an end to this hubris.
What are you talking about?
In the halls of origin does our true power quicken. And there shall you be made complete. Soon, Mythos, soon you will discover how little you know of suffering. And so the crystals are no more. Yet in their silence, a new song rings. Its chorus building, a crescendo as it enters its final movement, stirring those long aslumber to waking. And back to their origin.
I always thought that Crystal Tower thing looked different. Oh, is that the I always thought that Crystal Tower looked a little suspicious. I was hoping that would be the gigantic ring lake, but it is not. Where did all those people come from? You know, some people survived. A few.
The bloody crystal's cracked. So where the hell are they? Oh, fuck me.
Is that ether?
Doesn't look like either of you. It looks like a crystal to me.
What in good Grieger's name is going on?
This is wrong.
Are we back?
Clive! Joshua!
Jill! Is everyone all right?
We're fine. What happened?
Too much to explain here.
Mate! We're leaving! Now! Everyone, fall back to the ship!
I will be with you anon.
Thank you.
Better not die, Dion. Got a lot of talking to do. Alright, use jump. But jump onto the boat. Alright, good job. Dragoon powers. Le Dragoon jumps. That he does. See, I was thinking here. I was hoping that something would come out of here, but instead it was just, you know, sand brack or whatever.
I need to tell everyone what happened at Drake's Spine. And I'm going to need Otto's help.
Okay. Well, you know what? This is where I'm going to call it quits for today. I want to go get me some food and some other stuff. Make sure I accomplish all of that. But yeah, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow, 7 a.m. Pacific time, to continue with some Final Fantasy 16. You never know, we might be able to beat Final Fantasy 16 tomorrow, which will be the 16th day. It could happen. We'll see. But see ya the next time I see ya. Peace.